Hi, I'm Supermoon Tarot, and I'm talking to you, Aquarius. Hi! I'm super excited to say that the poll I took this week won by a mere 1%, which is pretty crazy. The reason why I'm so excited about this is that it was in competition with career, love, and spiritual. And career won. And I find all of these things interchangeably important. So to see that the community that we've built here feels the same way is pretty darn rad. So the way this spread is going to work out is that the first half is going to be all about your energy and what's going on there. And then the second half is going to be you, the energy of your career, and the story behind that. And this is mostly about sun signs, but moon and rising are always welcomed, of course. I actually was just reading some of the comments and I saw some of you guys check your significant others and other signs, and I'm like, heck yeah, it's always welcomed. It's just about the message resonating. So let's get into it. Let's check out the energy going on here. Ooh, fantastic. I love this. Okay, I love this too. Okay. All right. Would any other fantastic cards like to come up to the table? Because they are more than welcome. This is a top of the line tarot spread. I literally have like nothing but great news. So let's get into it, especially with the way it starts. So we have Four of Cups, and traditionally when it's upright, it's what's described as the bad mood card. So it's just like when you feel off. It's like not hyper emotional. Often it pops up when you're kind of apathetic or bored, but it's got like a negative tone to it. You're just like, ugh, feel off. I just feel off. And the great thing is it's in reverse. That's all about coming out of a bad mood. In fact, we've got the Knight of Swords. I can't help but wonder if this does involve somebody else. I mean, I get more of the feeling, though, that it's like within you, especially when we have the sun sign in reverse. But this is you, essentially, running up to yourself, feeling like it's your very duty to, make yourself feel better and triumph over this bad mood and kind of like speak well about yourself and build yourself up. There's a sense of like being proactive, saying affirmations, hyping yourself up, seeing that you are worth more. And it's quite enthusiastic and very vocal, which is very exciting, and definitely all to do with the mind, just to keep that in mind. But let's talk about all this positive jazz. I'm actually quite excited to see what your career spread is about, because this is highly referencing that, but we haven't quite gotten there yet. So first, the sun sign in reverse. This is kind of where the work starts, so to speak. This is when you say to yourself, am I truly comfortable within my skin? Like if I'm around other people, am I being my most authentic self? How can I be my most authentic self? Which is really beautiful. And it's all about like questioning that. And that's like where the initial hype comes in, with association with the Knight of Swords, fixing this mood. But this idea extends and continues and builds up at like a snowball that I can't even, a big snowball. So we get the Strength card. The Strength card can talk about the body and like taking care of yourself, building up your own inner hype by going for walks and eating healthy. Because, it's just to be clear, these things make us feel good. We don't need to, we're beautiful no matter what we look like or size, all that positive jazz. But when we do things that make us feel more alive in the moment, get our blood pumping, it has a really positive effect on our soul. In fact, that's what the Strength card's about. It's all about your mind, body, and soul being in sync by loving and giving tender and care to all of them. You're hyping yourself up with the mind. You're loving your body by doing some potential exercise if you would like to do that. And then you can, if you want to, I always say like the soul with like meditation and stuff like that, which is really cool. But the Strength card I want to point out here is something interesting, especially when we think of the lion and the taming. So the Sun card in reverse can also refer to when we're being a little too picky about something, right? That's where the bad mood comes in with Four of Cups. Both of them talk about, it's like things are actually working out better than you're giving them credit for, and you're just being a little like, I'm only getting 98% of what I wanted. I wanted 100, you know what I mean? And the Strength card, think of that version of yourself that's kind of taking it for granted as the Lion. And you are your true highest self here, coming in, taming it, giving it love, letting it know that that's nice, that's great. I see that you want that, but that's okay if you don't receive it. That's what the confirmation of the Sun card says. Like, you'll get this thing, but if it's not exactly perfect, don't worry about that. But I can't even say that when we have the Nine of Cups over here. But just keep that in mind. It's like the attitude of where you're starting. It's funny. It's like over here, you might be like, I only feel like I have 98% of what I want. And then you get like 110. So we'll get into that in a second. So all of this sort of inner work and taking care of yourself and approaching feeling better in a really logical, easy, hands-on kind of way, so to speak, leads to the 10 of Cups. This is fantastic. Just positive mood all around. This is the type of feeling where you feel so amazing, you have to share it with others. And by default, when you do share it with others, it in turn reflects back at you. That's a theme I'm feeling like is going to be important, especially when we have the Queen of Pentacles, which is also a community-based wealth card. What that means is when she is successful, she is able to share it with others. She feels compelled to share it with others. She understands that the true meaning of abundance is understanding that if you truly feel abundant, why would you have any problem giving to other people? Because and again, this isn't a card saying you need to go out and then like donate a lot of money or something. I mean, that doesn't hurt. People really like that. That really helps the world and different circumstances. I highly recommend it. But when someone says, hey, can I, could you, like, maybe the opportunity presents itself and you can donate a little money or whatever like that. If your fear is, oh, I can't donate it because I don't have the money and I need to save that for something else, you're saying to yourself, I don't have money coming all the time. I'm not abundant. Well, the Queen is like, oh yes, I can always make more. I can make something out of nothing. She's usually the queen of making things with her hands. So she can depend on something that she can truly see and create. She's manifesting, but there's different forms of manifesting, and she would manifest through physical metaphor. Kind of like, I don't know if you ever saw that trend people were doing where they would pour water in a glass, imagine a reality that they have right now, maybe one they don't particularly like, pour the water in another glass, and in that other glass is their dream reality, and then they drink and consume the reality they feel more connected to. That is very much the vibe, of like is there some sort of hands-on metaphor you can help your brain associate with abundance? And it's also about being aware of your wording. Like, is there any sort of action or wording you do that secretly is holding you back a little bit? Because when you're abundant this way, you're truly testing yourself. But anyways, this is the confirmation, though, of not only bliss, but of wealth. And then last but not least, this is my favorite. Like I said, you got every happy possible card under their sun. Your bad mood is a total 180, I'll tell you that much. When we have a Nine of Cups situation, this is the ultimate wish card. So this says, whatever you're wishing for, you're going to get it and more. It's going to be the ultimate. It's not going to be 98%. It's going to be no if, and, or buts. It's not going to be too good to be true. It's going to be true. So this is about you kind of just taking some practical ways of feeling better, getting back in touch with yourself, and kind of everything just beautifully falls into place. And it is, the only thing I will say here is, because all this good stuff is popping up, keep in mind what you really want. Go for it. Go big or go home. Ask for everything you possibly have ever dreamed for, because it seems like you're going to be getting it, which is pretty wild. So we're going to get into more of that specifics with your career spread. So now let's look at the energy going on with your career. Interesting. Okay, let's see what's going. Yes. Okay. That Queen of Pentacles is getting repeated again with that very like hands-on type of work when we have the Nine of Pentacles again. Okay, well, now I understand where the bad mood is coming from. Oh my goodness. Okay, and the body thing got repeated again here. Okay, so let's get into this, because we've got a bunch of stuff going on. The 10 of Pentacles and the 6 of Pentacles does refer to money being like there, which is great, the confirmation that it's there, but that it's being like wasted and overspent. That actually also gets triple confirmed over here in Page of Pentacles. The thing though is the money being wasted and spent isn't based on you, and it doesn't indicate something bad happening in your life and then you have to spend that money or something. It's like whatever your career situation is going on right now, maybe it's the group project you're working on or whatever, especially when we have a 3 of Pentacles situation. Whatever it is, this other group of people you're around, something is being wasted. We can say money, but this can definitely be like energy or time. Whatever it is, it's not being spent appropriately, and there is time and energy and money coming in. So we're going to get into that because that's definitely what's causing you the bad mood. It also represents, I want to point out in the 10 of Pentacles, it's an extremely positive thing saying like you're almost there. You're at that landmark like we talked about with the 9 of Cups and all the other positive cards under here with the Queen of Pentacles. This is like the end point of manifestation. Again, like the Queen of Pentacles, again, it's so interesting here that this repeats just like I thought the whole community idea. This is somebody who's exploding with so much wealth. Everybody kind of benefits from it. It just continues on and on and on, even for generations. I often find this card pops up when the things that you're working on, the ideas or the particular career you're working on, have long-term benefits, which is so freaking awesome, essentially. So, sorry, I'm getting like distracted. I hate when I like look up and like I see a reflection and then like you like look in the reflection, you're like, do I see anything? Anyways, so this is saying that you're almost there, but something is like blocking you. So it's great because you're almost there, but what's the thing that's blocking you? Well, we can get specific. There is a change needing to happen. It seems like you're being forced to approach things in a conventional manner, and that just is not going to work for you anymore. The unconventional manner can be the way you work. It could be the way you receive your information. Maybe it's like the way you go about studying or expressing the idea. Whatever the traditional way that you're being forced to go about it, you're going to be doing it totally different. That's what you need. And one of those hints is moving from a group to solitude. And we're going to get into specifics here. So the main thing causing all of this kind of bad mood and feeling stuck and all that jazz is you're just not clicking with this group. I kind of get a weird vibe that like they're a clique themselves and you're kind of being unnecessarily excluded. This could be like a jealousy oriented thing because sometimes people subconsciously pick up how wonderful and successful other people are, and then that makes them feel intimidated and have to question themselves, and maybe they aren't able to connect to the idea of abundant success so easily within themselves, so they're already putting you down, if that makes sense. So it's just not working. The group mentality, the idea is just not getting executed, whatever it is. They're wasting time and energy. We get this confirmed here and here. And I can see over here, it's one of those situations where you're getting stuck with all of the work and they're trying to like take credit for it and that type of jazz, which makes sense when we have the Knight of Swords popping up going, I'm not going to take this anymore. I'm speaking up for myself. This is why you kind of go home, prep, take care of yourself like we talked about with the exercise and affirmations, and just kind of like let people know like, no, I will not be treated this way. I will not be given all the workload and have all of my energy wasted, and we could have handled this smarter. No, I'm done. Another little hint to let you know that who you're working with is not the people, they're not the people you want to work with, is when the Temperance card is in reverse. This talks about two different things. One, it's the bodily indication. This is when you start to kind of feel sick. Sometimes our bodies take on physical like metaphors to let us know like, hey, we're stressed, something's not okay. So if you've noticed anything kind of a little bizarre that's not normal, it could be an upset stomach, maybe it's like a rash or something like that, that is your body trying to say, this is not a great situation. I don't like this. This is not working out smoothly. I want to be out of this situation. The other one is the Temperance card in reverse straight up talks about when you just don't, like, something's incompatible, as in, like, this is not something that you need to compromise about or work through. Just get out of there. It's never going to work. They're not the people you're meant to work with. But then we get this happy, wonderful situation in the Nine of Pentacles. It seems like you must speak up for yourself, tell someone, let them know, hey, I'm done, I'm tired, I don't like how this is working. Let me take on the project. You see that I am doing all the work. Let me do it more efficiently. Let me save you money. Let me handle it better. And they see that, they give it to you, you get rewarded. This is where all the wealth comes in. This is where all the opportunity comes in. This is the situation that not only gets you more money, but a promotion and the ability to work alone. So get excited and not have to deal with this. That's where the unconventional manner comes up. The way you approach them and say, and kind of, kind of rat them out. It's a little unconventional, but it seems like it works in your favor. So why not? Anyways, I'm just so excited for you because you have a very above average happy situation going on like in your future. So just work on yourself, pump yourself up, understand that you're doing it because you're kind of like heeding the call, it's the right thing to do kind of sort of feeling, and pay attention to your body and shift this, change this. You're right there. You're right on the cusp of everything. So I'm excited for you. If you enjoyed this reading, please consider giving the video a like, comment, and subscribe. It helps out the channel like you would not believe. Have a lovely day. I look forward to seeing you in the next one.